Hey, you guys. So it is day 14 and my books are here. So I don't know if this is everything because we had gotten a message that some of the things were delayed, but this is all books that are for my book signing. And I have all these extra boxes that I need to get rid of, and I need to clean this space. I need to clear this off. I need to unpack all of these boxes so that I can make space. And we're going to move a folding table in so that I can take all the books out of boxes and count them, make sure nothing's damaged. In fact, it is a super, super cold and rainy day here in the Dallas area. And the Amazon delivery guy just left them all outside in the rain. And I think that we saw them fast enough that they are not damaged. They don't seem to be super wet, but of course I want to check them, make sure, because if they're messed up, then I'm going to need to, place another order. I have also placed a new order for some swag items like stickers and different things like that. And I created a custom packing tape. So that stuff will be here early next week, which should give me enough time to get everything situated and start signing, and then we can box them up. And I think I need to see if I can use TaskRabbit or something like that to hire someone locally that can help me get these boxes out, because there's a lot going on with HB90 coming up and trying to finish this book that I'm going to need a little bit of help. But we're going to make this like signing central. So it's pretty exciting. Okay, so I just counted them up because I knew this wasn't everything, because I don't have I'm missing some of my Fairhope series, which by the way is my only contemporary romance series. It's a new adult contemporary romance. I'm missing books 2 and 4, and then I'm missing some of the other books there. I'm missing almost all of Sorrow's Gift. I'm missing book I've got a lot of book 1s of my series, but I don't have books 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I'm missing book 8. I'm missing most of book 10. So I just counted them up. So this is what 450 books look like. So total with all of these, this is 450 books. And then I have about 100 more still on the way. So hopefully they will be here soon and I can start packaging things up. And it's really exciting. I ordered packing tape and some stickers and other swag to go in the boxes. I have a bunch of boxes here, as well as bubble mailers and stuff like that. So I'll definitely be sharing the book signing with you guys. It's I was telling my husband, if I could go back in time and tell myself 12 years ago that someday I would be stacking up piles of books that I wrote that people actually wanted me to sign for them, I just wouldn't have believed it. And I know that in the grand scheme of things, there are people who sign this many books, every month or often, but it's the first time I've ever signed so many, and it just means the world to me. And so if you are sitting here watching this and thinking, oh, that's really cool, I'm trying to finish my first book, just know that maybe in a few short years, you're going to have just stacks of your own books here, and you're going to have all these readers that are so excited to see your book. And this is why we do it, is not only for ourselves and our ability to tell the stories, but also to reach the readers and change their lives and entertain them and, tell these stories that they want to read. So it's just really cool. And I'm feeling very humbled and grateful right now. So it has been another long and productive day, but I didn't get that chunk of time because we had the books and because they had been in the rain. I had to, prioritize that. And I know in a previous video, there were several comments that said, like, it's your fault. You're just not prioritizing your writing. And in a way, you're right. But at the same time, I'm running multiple businesses with a toddler at home. And there's a lot that goes into that and shuffling priorities and trying to make sure that it's all getting done. And sometimes there are other things that keep coming up. And in a lot of ways, the problem, so to speak, is that the writing right now doesn't have a specific deadline, but the books have a deadline. People are waiting on them. There's an expectation there. I want to make sure that they're not damaged. So there's work that needs to be done there. I have meetings that I can't just, not show up for. I have, I can't just like dip out and go write for 3 weeks and not take care of my toddler. Like, I do have certain priorities that are in place, and it may look sometimes from the outside like, oh, you're prioritizing this vlog over your writing, but it's not just as simple as like one vlog. I am prioritizing this part of my career, this part of my passion, sharing my experience and building a community. And I'm still getting my writing done. I'm just not getting it done at the pace of 50,000 words a month, right now. So I think that we all have the things that we juggle. And so if you've been hard on yourself too, or you've had people telling you you're just not making it a priority, just take a deep breath and say, I am doing the best I can. And I think the key too is it has not been able to be a number one priority for me at all times, but I am still always making progress. It's just not as fast of progress as I want. And I have been prioritizing other pieces of my passion work that has made a real difference in people's lives. And yes, I have prioritized that, and I'm not going to apologize for it, but I'm still looking for solutions, right? And I think as long as we continue to look for those solutions and look for the ways that we can continue to improve, continue to expand and grow, that is the way to go. But the trick is trying not to be too hard on yourself on the journey there. And that for me is one of the hardest things. And I'm, recovering perfectionist when it comes to those things, because I want to be able to put my passion and my all into every one of those projects. And maybe it's partially like, as a woman who historically, we've been told, like, stay in your lane. These are the things you're allowed to do. You can't have it all. Maybe there's that rebel part of me that's like, but I want it all and I'm capable of it all and I'm going to find a way to do it. So just watch me do it. And I feel that passion of like, I feel that I can be a writer and I can share my story and I can raise a family and be a good wife and I can have all of those things. I just got to keep searching for the key and try to continue to give myself a break and not expect so much of myself all the time. And it's, it's a journey. That's why I'm sharing these vlogs, not because I'm perfect. If I was perfect, like, what would be the value in watching the journey, right? It's all about trying to figure it out. And that's really what I'm sharing, because I know there's a lot of you out there who have full-time jobs and you have families and you have people that you caretake for, or you have chronic illnesses, and you're sitting there like, everybody else seems to have it together. Well, this is my example of how I do not have it all together and I'm still trying to find my way. And every day is a balancing act, and every day is a search for joy and a search for my best self and trying to maximize my potential without being too hard on myself. And, we're all in this together. And so my passion is sharing that part of the journey so that, you're not alone, and that, that as long as you don't give up, there is success to be had. And I hope that does mean something to some of you. Okay, so the other Amazon delivery today was new pillow covers. I'm going to be switching out this green pillows and stuff for red, and I'm ready to start decorating. I really want to go shopping for Christmas, but again, that can't be a number one priority. But I've got a table runner. I've got a couple of other covers that are going to go over these little kind of lumbar pillows. And then the brighter red is going to go in the back. And I have a red blanket coming. And then I have some signs that will go up on the wall here that are more Christmassy. So I'm pretty excited to do that. I actually kind of want to put a little nail right there and put a big wreath right there. I think that would just be so beautiful to have a big wreath on the wall above the bed. So I'm thinking of that. I also have all of the 2023 planners, or some of the 2023 planners that I've purchased here. And tonight I'm planning to spend just a little bit of time thinking through how I'm going to simplify my system, because I am going to be simplifying, and I'm nervous about it, but I'm also excited because I think I need some shifts. And speaking of shifts, I was talking to my husband pretty late into the night last night, and I think that I am going to completely reimagine how I have this room, not necessarily how I have it set up, but how I have it decorated, because I feel like even though I've put little bits of color here, I've really made this room a little bit too dark for my personality. I was trying to kind of explore like the darker side of like the herbs and the earthiness of the browns and the wood. But it's just, I feel like my personality is not coming through in this room. And I think that it's affecting my creativity in this room. I know that sounds like such a simple thing, but I think I'm feeling really drawn toward redoing this room, setting my like room that has the bookshelves up as more of like a permanent recording space, and then moving my desktop like Mac into here instead of using a laptop in here all the time. So I'm thinking through some changes, but I really need to be also writing. So the next stage here for the next hour is I'm going to pull out this graph paper. I've got my sticky notes and stuff like that. And I also need to go and search for all of my color-coded Tombos. And I'm going to start trying to work through some of that timeline. And then I will just join in with Rhiannon's sprints tonight to do a little bit more writing. Okay, change is happening. I think I would get more use in this room out of a couch or a chair, like a love seat, something comfy here, than this extra piece of furniture. I'm going to keep the other two because they're absolutely full of stuff, but this one is mostly full of like my tarot cards, and some of the like some of my art supplies, but I could fit those in another space. Plus I have this whole closet here to work with. So I'm thinking about buying a couch, and Black Friday time is the perfect time to be thinking about it and just completely taking all this decoration down and starting over. But anyway, can't think about that right now. Another thing that I did was I brought my iMac in here. Instead of writing on my laptop, I'm going to try this. So I'm also going to be using the super clicky keyboard. I got this from Amazon. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I think it was less than $50, and I really like it. It is not wireless, but maybe I'll do a full keyboard video soon. But I think I'm going to get more use out of this iMac in here. And so let's get some writing done. Thank you to several of you who suggested just write out the secrets and the timeline and stuff that I'm working on. Like I already know everybody's secrets. I have them detailed here, but I don't know exactly how they're discovered, when they're revealed, and that kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. It is already 9:00 at night. So I'm going to log in and sprint with Rhiannon, and I'm going to work on these secrets in this book, in my graph paper, and I'm going to actually just write down my brainstorm thoughts and count it as words. And hopefully that will be embracing my process here. So I ended up following the suggestion of just working on my brainstorming inside the document. And I don't want to do this too much because I want to actually get words and finish this book. But if it helps me hit my nano word count, and it's also kind of thinking through future scenes, and I feel like that's not all that different from like a zero draft, if you're familiar with that. So I'm going to count it. So I ended up with 1,291 words tonight. So let me show you. So here you can see I've got 18,071. And I just basically was like, okay, I'm going to do a secrets brainstorm and I'm going to find out this information about them. And then I just put each character color coded as to what I knew their secrets going into it and had already journaled it in here in terms of their basic secrets. But what I didn't know and what I was trying to figure out is like, how did Vanessa find out about their secret, or, you know, when does that come out in the present timeline? So I still have more to add to this tomorrow, but I feel like it's a good start. And when I put that into Nano website, I ended up with 1291 for the day. But tomorrow, I mean, I'm at 18,071. So I'm still, you know, 5,000 words or so behind. But as long as I don't fall like ridiculously behind and I still continue to get some words every day, then I can always open myself up for a big push at the end. So not too bad. I also have really enjoyed this keyboard. I really love mechanical clicky keyboards. And so this one I have been enjoying. And then I also just set up my iPad over here with like a witchy ambiance channel. And I was doing sprints with Rhiannon. And I really feel like having this really massive monitor here instead of the laptop is helpful for me. And I really like it. And so I'm glad that I made that choice. And yeah, good progress. So thank you for hanging out with me. It means so much that you guys are following along with the NaNoWriMo Diaries. I hope your writing is going well. Let me know in the comments. I do try to read most of the comments that come through. So let me know how your work in progress is going, if you are working on Nano, or if you're editing, or if you're doing your own thing this month. Also, we have later today, when you guys are seeing this on the 15th, we have our second live Q&A. So this vlog will go up hopefully in the morning. And then at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be live with Tracy, Jenna, and Diane, more of our admins from our Heart Breathings writing community. And we will be taking all of your questions on Nano, getting stuck, writing, what it's like to finish a book, like literally anything you want to ask, we will be there and we will do our best to answer it for you and help you get unstuck, or just answer publishing questions or sprinting questions. Bring all your questions and let's hang out. And I will see you guys there. And then I'll see you again in tomorrow's vlog. Bye.